All right. We should be live. How's it going, everybody? It's a little later than it typically is by 5 hours. Let's see. Hopefully my mic's on. Yes, it is. How's it going, everyone? Let me pop the chat out. I've been meaning to get a, let's do this to live because everybody wants to see that. I've been meaning to get the chat always on screen, and I always forget how to do it. I know how to do it. I just forget. I haven't set a scene up for it, but hopefully for my next live stream, I'll remember. Go on, Bill, or Javier, how's it going? Let me go to the top. Come on, let's make that a little wider. Yeah, it's a little later than I usually do my live streams. I don't know how well it will go. Typically, you guys know I do it at 1 p.m. EST. Today, I was running cables for some Unifi cameras and wasn't able to do it earlier. But let's say hi to a few of you. Bill, how's it going? So do you have any recommendations for a 10 gig NIC for a desktop PC? Well, the one I just bought, where is it? Is this one right here. So it's the TreadNet. It works. I mean, I haven't used it too much, but it does the job. It's 145 bucks. I'll put that in the chat. So that's the 10 gig card that I just threw in the chat. Okay, so Vertigo, any recommendations for smart lights, thermostats, or any smart devices compatible with Unifi? So I have Lutron smart switches for the for my light switches. The thermostat, I think we have a Honeywell. I don't have it hooked up to Wi-Fi right now. I'm not really into the whole home automation thing besides the smart lights. I do have the Google Home Hub and stuff like that as well. Technic, hello. A single Unifi 6 or the EAP 245? I forget what the EAP 245 is. Pretty sure that's TP-Link. Which EAP 245? I don't know. I would probably... Yeah, that's a hard comparison. So what the price on this is 100 and something bucks. $156, whereas I mean the range is probably going to be about the same. I would probably go with the U6 Lite. It's 129 bucks. It's a little cheaper. Oops. Javier, how's it going? Audio sounds good. Perfect. Jim, how's it going? Brian, how's it going? Ricardo, hello. Jeff, how's it going? Yeah, so today was a little interesting. It was, we didn't work too long. We had to run about 7 cables, actually, for these cameras right here that are sitting on my desk, still in the package. So we have 7 G4 bullets going in. We might be adding 8 or 9, so I might have to get a couple more ordered. But these are great. These are probably my favorite Unifi camera right now. The G4 bullets. Super easy to install. I mean, the mounting is great with them, and then they come with the grommet as well. There's a couple. So I released that video about the 1.92 today. So look at that. So for the UDM and the UDM Pro. So I was under the understanding that it was pushing out to clients when they had auto update off, and it did to some, not 1.92, but 1.9 in general. So I just put a little disclaimer in here saying that it may not automatically push out even if you have them turned off. I mean, the video is released already. I said in that it will push out anyway. Hopefully it doesn't. I mean, that's the best case. We don't want to have firmware push out when we're not specifying it to go out, right? I typically always manually push my firmware just because I don't have access to it and I want to do a video on it. Can you compare the coverage of the Nano HD versus the Unifi 6 LR, considering replacing some Nanos for better? I thought I did that. Maybe I did that between the Nano HD and the Unifi 6 Lite. Meshing. I thought I did it not long ago. Yeah, right here. Here you go. I mean, it may not be the best video testing, but here, that's that video. I mean, they both did pretty well. I still like the Unifi 6 LR. It's great. Matt, how's it going? Looking forward to your thoughts on the G4 Bullet. Any reason you choose G4 over the G3? I've never used the G3 Pros before. The reason I guess I would do the G4 Bullet is newer. You have the person and smart detection, or you have the smart person detection and vehicle detection as well. So it's just a newer camera, and it's not, I don't know what the difference in price is. Let's see. So the G3 Pro is $389 and the G4 is $259. I mean, the 3x optical zoom would be nice, but I mean, I don't think my clients, or the client anyway that I'm installing these, they're not going to be, you know, sitting zooming in on their stuff. So it's not really a big deal. U6 Lite is more expensive, than the EAP. You know what? It depends on the Google that I was looking at. That wasn't right from TP-Link. The EAP 245 isn't bad. I think I've done a review on it. It's a pretty good access point. I have the opportunity to buy 3x Unifi AC Pros with still 6 months warranty for $97, or should I go with another? Well, the AC Pros are good. They do have that pass-through, but they are becoming older. I don't think they become end-of-life for quite a while, so you may be all right to purchase them. I still have an AC Pro in my house. Updated from 191 to 192, no issues. Yeah, I haven't had any issues either. How does the G4 Bullet compare to the Lorex? I would go with G4. I mean, if you've been around the channel a lot or for a little while, you know I love Unifi. The Lorex stuff is good too, but if you put it to 4K, the system that I tested out anyway, if you put it to 4K, it only runs at 15 frames per second, which is pretty slow. $97 each. Yeah, I mean, what's the price on them right now? So they're 189 Canadian pounds. I have no idea what that would be. Let's see. Yeah, so you're getting about $20 off, which isn't bad. I mean, the Pros are pretty good. You do have that pass-through port. The only thing I wish with it, you could specify a VLAN on that pass-through, but you can't. Where are we? I would want Unifi to make a G4 3-pack, which would be, do they not have, I thought they did the packs. Oops, this is Europe, sorry, let me go to Canada. I may be wrong though. They might have just done that with specific. You could do the 3-pack, but yeah, so if you're looking at 750, so 259 times 3. So, I mean, you're saving $28, which isn't a huge deal, I guess. Dennis, do you program Microtik routers? Well, I mean, I haven't, but right beside me, hold on a sec, see if I can pull it up. I have this right here that I'm working on, and I'm working on a video for it. It's going to be kind of like my full small business builds that I've done with Unifi, OpenSense, pfSense, that type thing. It's a little different with the Microtik stuff. They have a lot to it. Like there is a crap ton of features in it. Whether that's good or bad, it's a little more confusing, to be honest. But you know, I'll get used to it. Where are we now? Ferris, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hey Cody, I've just spec'd a Unifi Dream Machine with several USW switches and ACAP Pros. The project is on a yacht and we need to get a Peplink to manage the 2 GSM. Any config issues? I don't think you should, no. I've used Peplink a few times. I'm not I don't know it overly well, but I don't think you should have any issues. Oh, sweet, you're streaming later. See you later, MB. Have a good one. And twice the resolution, yep. Well, that's true. I mean, yeah, I guess the 4K, the Lorex 4K would be more resolution than the G4s. And the price point on them are pretty much, well, it's a lot different, right? So I did a review a long time ago on Lorex 4K. This was one of my first videos, or one of the first 10 videos, I would think. It was on, I think it was on this system here. But it came with 8 cameras. And I think the price point was only $999. So you're getting 8 4K cameras plus the NVR for $1,000, right? If you were to buy 8 4K Unifi cameras, you're paying what? My math's terrible. 600 times 8. You're paying $4,800 plus you need the UMBR, plus you need your or UDM Pro, whatever. Plus you need a hard drive. So you're paying a little bit more money. Sure, go for the G4 cameras. I love them. The Pro version is pricey, but they are great. I have the one G4 Pro that Ubiquiti sent me a while ago. I love it. I think it's awesome. Do you have more clients with OpenSense or PFSense? PFSense for sure. I don't have any. Do I have any clients with OpenSense? I don't think I have any clients with OpenSense. I just did that video because people kept asking about OpenSense, and I thought it was interesting to try. I have the Protectly, so I just threw it on there. It works well. I tried to get a U6 LR from the UI, but it sold out. Okay, so that's something I wanted to talk about, or I don't rant about. It's not really going to be a rant because it won't be long, but I'll do that in a second. Actually, let me do that rant first. Then I could kind of scroll down because there's a bunch of questions coming in. So where's my Twitter? And it really pees me off. This is one thing that I'm not, well, I'll show you guys that in a second too. Not overly happy. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, not a lot of people use Twitter, but it's Mac Telecom N. Actually, I'll put it here. At Mac Telecom N. That's my Twitter. But anyway, so here, rant of the day. This was yesterday, I believe it. So the checkout is broken for the Canadian store, right? So I'm trying to buy a USW 24, what was it? 24 PoE, the 16 port one, and a Nano HD. And it's saying zip code does not match the billing address. Well, for one, let's move this up. For one, if you live in Canada, we don't have zip codes, we have postal codes. So that annoyed me. And then it still charged my credit card $822. I got the money back within, an hour or so. And I reached out to Unifi, and they just got back to me today at like maybe an hour and a half ago. And apparently it's a bug in their system and they're trying to fix it. Well, the U6LR just went on sale on the Canadian site. So I was going to pick up more. I already have one, but I was going to pick up another one. Well, the same issue. It's saying my postal code's wrong and I can't purchase anything from the Ubiquiti store. So I'm pretty mad about that. I need some gear for clients, right? And I can't purchase anything. So I don't know. And then, yeah, the access point sold out right away when I was going to use a different account. So not too happy. That's my rant. I hope they get that fixed. Hey, Cody, I have a question with the experience when using Ethernet on a server connection on a gigabit showing 75%, no port errors. Is it because of the virtual interface or the NIC? I'm not too sure. There could be a ton of different issues, right? I would think it would be the virtual interface, not the NIC. It could be bad cabling as well. Whoops, where the heck are we? Thanks, Cody. It will be my first Unifi equipment. No problem. Have fun with it. Any 6U or 12U rack recommendations, price point 300 or less? I'll get to that in a minute because I just bought a new rack. Detlef, I think I said your name right. Greetings from Germany. My Apple HomePod is on IoT with a fixed IP in the IoT VLAN. However, the HomePod simply switches to the VLAN on my iPhone. How can I stop this? That is something you should email me about because I won't be able to let you know off the top of my head right now. And yes, everybody smash that like button. We're at 65 people, 14 likes. Karen, how's it going? I think the Pro has a larger angle, but the bullet, yes, that's right. So it has a better field of view, the Pro. But you're paying a couple $100 more for the Pro as well. Triplite network rack, 6U for around 144. Yeah, the Triplite, they're a little more expensive. Yorn, how's it going? David, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. What's the name of that 1U thingy you showed? Do you mean this one? This? I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but this is a Microtik router board RB 3011. Just installed my, whoops, I'm showing my full face. There we go. Just installed my 15U rack, 88 Canadian from Vertical Cable, or Infinite Cables. I have, what did I buy? I bought it for one of my clients. Where was it? This one right here. This was just the 8U from Vertical, or yeah, not Vertical Cables. I had to stop saying that. Infinite Cables, and it's pretty solid, and it's not, you know, too bad priced. Great, I have a 3011 and a hex that I'm going to program for my network. I have the 10 gig switch too, but the SFP that I bought, it was just a copper SFP. It wouldn't work. I think it's probably just not compatible. Another thing, UDM or UDM Pro, I'm not going to use the cameras. Well, if you ever think in the future that you may put cameras, I would go with the UDM Pro. But if you never are, then the base UDM. Guys, I think we all love Unifi. I came over from Ruckus. Ruckus is one thing that I haven't tried. Is that all the prices are online. So that's a good thing and it's a bad thing because it keeps hardware costs down. The bad thing for businesses, you can't put any money on top of the hardware. For me, I don't anyway. I just charge pretty much my consulting fee. Hello, Cody. Thanks to you, I upgraded my Asus AX1100 to the UDM Pro 24 Flex Nano HD. I'm loving it. Oh, by the way, the wife is mad at me. Sorry. I still have the AX11000 in my closet right now. I've only done the one video on it. Where are we? I'm gonna have to get you to buy me some stuff and I'll send you the money first. I wish I could buy some stuff from the Unifi store. Like I buy most of the stuff now from my vendor, but they don't have that 24 port switch. And I need that for a job that's coming up. Just popping this, but I can't stay. Diamond Hood Gem, or go get some sleep. I think it's late where you live. Yeah, get some sleep. Well, I'll be doing another live stream on Sunday at 11 a.m. I think I should play you guys some guitar. Okay, so that's one thing. So I just bought a guitar. I haven't played guitar in a very long time, or a few years. And yes, here's my foot. So this is the one I bought. I was going to get this other one. It was a ESP. It was an 8-string though. I didn't realize. So I just picked this one up. I literally played it for half hour and who knows if I'll ever touch it again. I probably will, but it was one of those, I had a dream. And my brother and I, we used to play in a band together. I had a dream about a guitar. I woke up that day and just went out and bought a guitar and an amp and all that stuff. Which, I mean, it's nice and it's going to be a new hobby, but now I need to learn some songs to play. Hello, how is the best way to configure with Microtik? Well, I'm not too sure because I am fairly new at it, but I will be releasing a kind of a beginner video, I guess, next week at some point. The video is going to cover creating networks, doing VLANs. What else are we doing? DHCP servers. And firewall rules. I mean, basic firewall rules like blocking inter VLAN routing, stuff like that. So watch out for that video. Okay, hold on. I gotta lean back. I bought the 24 port switch instead of the PoE. Unfortunately, I opened the box and Ubiquiti won't let me. Really? They sent you a nice voucher and I sold the device online. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, the voucher's good. I mean, Ubiquiti sent me this wrong, or I'm not going to pick it up. It's plugged in. But they sent me a 24 port switch when I wanted the 16 switch. That was a PoE. I ended up, not doing anything with it. I just kept this one and got credited. I need a 16 port PoE switch. Come on. Well, do they not have one? I mean, they have this 24 port that has 16 PoE ports. This one right here. That's the one I'm trying to get. I've installed that. Actually, that's right. This one right here. I thought they had another one. Which one was I trying to buy? Yeah, they do. They have a switch right here. Unifi Switch 16 PoE. But does it have, is it full 16 ports at PoE? That's the question. Power method. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure it does. Oh, ports 1 to 8. Well, that sucks. Okay, so it's not full PoE. Damn. Yeah, that actually would have made me mad if I would have bought it and it was just ports 1 to 8. I thought it was a full 16. Follow the omens, Cody. Mac Telecom band is a go. Yeah, probably not. I mean, I'm a little too old for that. I wouldn't mind playing some, playing some guitar and stuff with my brother, but I think that's it. We used to play live shows. It was more like screamo, emo type music. I loved it, but it was fun times. Ubiquiti is becoming a victim of its own success. Need to figure out how to scale better. Yeah, that's true. Anything Microtik is of great interest to me. Yeah, I think it's interesting. They do have a lot of, I mean, it's a lot, right? When you're coming from a GUI like, that's clean, like Unifi, to going to Microtik, it's a whole different ball game. But it's not bad. I mean, it seems like it's doable. I'm just going to need some practice on it. Oh, no, a Pro 16. Okay, gotcha. 8-port PoE, yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm glad I saw that. I still would have kept it because this is just for a lab, right? What is this here? Is this a rack they have? And it looks like it's like a half depth switch, which is kind of cool. I don't think they've released anything new. What's kind of crazy to me is we still in Canada don't have the G3 Instant, which has been out a while. I need to turn one of these lights off because it's really warm. Hopefully that didn't change the color too much. Or the brightness, sorry. I am in Canada. My 16 port is all 16 port PoE. It's not that old. Is it this model though, the Gen 2? It could be a Gen 1. I think they have the Gen 1s that are. Or at least I thought they did. So that's a Gen 2. Yeah, I don't know if that would be either. Because if it doesn't have an LED screen, then it's going to be the Gen 1. Yeah, I don't know. They always switch where they post which ports are what on here. Okay, so maybe you guys are right. So this must be the switch then. Right here, the USW 16150. Yeah, I mean, it's if you need a 16 port PoE switch, this one would be the go-to. It's $389. So it's the same price as this one right here. But you're getting 8 extra ports that are PoE. I mean, you still only have 150 watts of PoE anyway. The deeper you go into Microtik, the more you will love it. It is reliable. The only problem is the learning curve. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that. And I wanted to get, like, I wanted to do a full stack of Microtik stuff, but I don't think I'm going to buy their access points. Microtik AP. I mean, I don't know. It just seems, for me, I don't know if I'll grab this. I'll still put access points in the video, but it's probably going to be Unifi access points. I just don't know if they have good access points. And I think this one's a little older. So even if I do a review on it, it's probably not going to get that much views, which, I mean, oops. I could show that. Okay, so it's a Gen 1. I have 3 Gen 1, 16. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the Gen 1, yeah, that'll be full PoE. I'm pretty much doing all Gen 2 stuff now. Like if I'm selling to customers, it's going to be all Gen 2. I mean, I guess it depends on price point, but typically it's going to be the Gen 2. This is something I do want to try. The Unifi Switch Flex, which that's one switch I haven't tried, and the building bridges. I think the building bridges would be really cool to play with. Don't know if I want to shell out 650 bucks. I'm going to try to see if a customer, you know, like a customer that has a farm or something would let me do a video there, and then I'll just throw these in for free. How's that TP-Link running Unifi controller holding up? You know what? I like the TP-Link stuff, the Amada. It's pretty good. Where is it? There's one switch. I think that's TP-Link. Yep. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I wish it had rack mount ears though. That's, I mean, something different. Actually, let's get to that. So one thing I did, and I've been saying it a lot on every live stream that I do, is I need to replace my rack, which I'll try to get a picture of it, which is right here currently. So it's only an 8U rack, and I mean on my patch panels, right? And then I only have 1U left, but I could I could easily fill this. I have switches sitting beside me. I have the router board here. So, whoops, we could close that. So I bought this StarTech. Let's move my face. So I bought the StarTech 15U. I probably should have went a little better or bigger. I don't really like the design of the rack, but I like how it's open. And that's, I don't like all these holes on the side. I don't know if that's for airflow. Another thing I don't like is you need cage nuts to use that. I hate using cage nuts. Oh my God, I paid 229 bucks for this. I didn't think I paid that much, but anyway. So I have that now in stock. So I'm going to be swapping out this rack and putting that one in, and I'm going to do a video on it. People like to see that stuff. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot of time lapse, but I'll show you guys me building the rack, and I think it would be kind of cool. Whoops, no, I just closed it, damn. And then I bought this StarTech shelf for it so that I could hold stuff like the TP-Link, because the main thing, I want to get as much gear out of this office as I can. It gets so hot in here. I have 3 monitors in front of me, and then I have all this gear running, and this office isn't that big, right? So I want to try to get everything into that rack. I just bought my first home rack, and I'll be attaching the concrete basement walls. It talks about grounding. I don't have mine grounded yet. No. I mean, you probably should, but I don't have it. I mean, you should have it grounded. I probably will do that with the new rack. I've used the Flex and it works well. I've heard it worked well. I mean, I think the best thing for that would be, I don't know, think about doing cameras outside on soffit or something like that, or through the attic. You throw one of those Flex into the ceiling, you power it with PoE, and then you can bridge off 4 cameras. I think that's a wicked use case for it. The only thing is, to get the best out of the Flex, you need PoE++, which I do have PoE++ on my Gen 2 switch. No, I mean, a lot of people don't ground their rack. I built a small data center. It was only like 20, 25, cabinets. It wasn't huge, but we grounded everything. The rack doors, like literally everything. I'm having weird Wi-Fi problems where Instagram keeps turning on and off. I don't know. I mean, I was having Instagram issues today as well. SPX Labs, how's it going? 2 times in a row. Yeah, I usually don't stream at this time. You recommended a 25U. Is that right? Was that in the last live stream? I think I might have thought that the 25U was just too big. StarTech. And then I was thinking of something like this. Oh, that one's on floor. I wasn't thinking of that. Oh, that's not bad. One thing I didn't want to spend like close to $500 either. Oh, this one, it's a full... Oh, shit. I should have got this one. It's a full-on rack. Like, it has the back. You could throw servers in it if you wanted. Interesting. Well, I mean, the rack that I have will have cage nuts. Yeah, the one that I have right now currently, if you look... I don't know if you'll be able to see... Like, right here. I don't actually have any screws in this right here. I do now, but it's just screw holes, so you could just screw directly into it. Where the heck was I? Raffaello, how's it going? I have NanoStation. Do you know the max distance that can boost their P2P? Sorry for my English. I'm not too sure, but you could look it up on their site and it will tell you. Because there's a couple different models of the NanoStations. They could go pretty far. If the screw hole, yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true. Or you could get the, which is funny, I never did a review on them. It was the rack studs. I had a couple packs of them, but I sent them out because I had no use for them. But now I do. So maybe I'll buy a pack. They sent me a couple of packs to, you know, test, and I never did. So I might buy a pack and test it in the new rack. The rack is 165 USD. Okay. Cody, should have gone to Infinite Cable. Yeah, I mean, I have used them before. The one thing I don't like about Infinite Cables is their cable. I bought Cat 6. I don't even know if it was Plenum. I think it was FT4 riser cable. But the thing was the size of Cat 6A. It was huge. I don't mind their rack though. Their 8U rack was pretty good. Rack studs, yep, that's right. Do you prefer an open over a closed one? I guess in the basement it collects a lot of dust. I prefer an open. I just think it looks cleaner, to be honest with you. I don't think I have any pictures of closed. No, I don't. Where was I? That is exactly what the Flex is used for. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, it's called bonding, not grounding. See, that's why I need to hire you to do bonding or grounding. Can I use a 7-button ergonomic mouse on Photoshop? Maybe. I don't know Photoshop. If you guys could tell by my thumbnails, you know I'm not artsy. Wi-Fi keeps turning on and off. I'm not too sure. I mean, there could be a ton of reasons for that. Everyone is live streaming today. Who's everyone? Is there a lot of people? I don't know too many people who live stream Fridays. I saw that you were live streaming. I didn't catch it though. When I got home, I think you were off like 2 minutes. I bought the USW Pro and needing PoE Plus ports. I went on the Danish eBay. Ended up buying a USW 150 and the US 250. The ladder is really loud. Yeah, it will be really loud because of the PoE, right? And the fans. Yeah, most homes won't probably. I mean, I've never seen it done in a home, the grounding. My dream is to have at least a 12U rack, but living in a small renting place is not possible. Yeah, it's a little hard. I mean, I see a lot of people who just throw their gear on a shelf or on top of a desk. You kind of work with what you got, right? Albert, how's it going? Okay, so Mitch, how's it going? What's the scoop on U6 Pro? I'm not too sure. Haven't looked into it because it is, what is it in? It is, it's in early access, so I haven't looked at it. Got to run. All right, Brian, take care. Have a good one. Not a lot of people. I mean, it is what it is. We got 67 people here, 38 likes. Let's smash that like button. But I mean, I don't even know what my top live stream was. I think it was 100, 150, 20, something like that. And it was funny. I thought my U6 like giveaway would have been like the biggest stream, and it wasn't. I mean, there was maybe 100 people there. Need to go. No problem. Have a good one. And give, oh, thumbs up. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, not everybody can make live streams. Today was a little random. I wasn't going to do it, but then I'm like, I probably should. Just missed it. Is everyone excited to see him to install all those cameras? Well, you guys won't be seeing all these. You guys won't see that install, unfortunately. I wish you guys could, but that's one place I can't bring a camera. I don't even know the next place that I could actually do. It is awkward asking the customer to, can I film? And it does take up more of my time when I'm trying to get a project completed and I have a GoPro, or, well, that's all I use right now is a GoPro. On top of my head, I look like a dummy and I'm walking around and it takes me twice as long. I'm doing well, Albert. I'm trying to have my TV on my IoT to see my Plex server on the main. How can I get it to work? I'm trying to have my TV. If your TV is on Wi-Fi, you put it on the Wi-Fi SSID, that's the IoT. If it's not on Wi-Fi and it's plugged in, you need to go to the switch port profile and switch it to the IoT network. Make sure you have MDNS turned on. It's better with less people. I mean, obviously I like more people here, but I try to catch every comment, and it does get a little difficult when, I mean, when a lot of people, I will always want people asking questions so that I have something to talk about, right? But at the same time, sometimes it does get a little overwhelming. Luke, how's it going? See you tomorrow. Whoops. Let me see. Yeah, we would love to see some road trips. I did see that. Who was it? Jack? I think he did a, let me just see. I think he did a live thing or like a road trip thing. And I love seeing those type videos. Miller Technical. He did Ride Along episode part 1. I think those are really cool videos. I always liked, that was like before I started YouTube, I always wanted to see people on the road doing cabling jobs. And I used to follow Fiber Ninja. He hasn't been on as much in a long time. He's had some personal things, I think. But yeah, $20. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the tip. UDM Pro Max cameras you recommend. I would, okay, so UDM Pro, how many would I recommend on it? I thought they had a limit that they have on it. UDM Pro Max cameras. I probably haven't even come close, but let's look. Oh, this is just the max. Up to 50 cameras. I would never go 50. I would probably do 20. 20 would probably be my max on the UDM Pro. That would be an interesting video, actually. Next time I get a large shipment of cameras, I'm gonna try to overload it. Overload it and see how many it could actually handle. Even in the car. You probably wouldn't want to see my car. My car is it's a mess right now. I need to get a truck. What do you think of TP Link Amada? I like it. I forget who was mentioning this. Somebody was mentioning this in their live stream, but it looks like, obviously it looks like Unifi, but it's going to make it a lot easier for people to switch. If they're looking for an alternative, they already pretty much know the dashboard. The other thing with Amada, I mean, it doesn't have as many features. It doesn't have a built-in radius server, things like that. Smash the like button. That's right. So what kind of, so I'm using right now, all I'm using is vertical cable. Well, I can't say that. All I'm using. Okay, so I have vertical cable behind me. I don't know if I have pictures of that other stuff I was using. I use general cable. I probably don't have any pictures of it. I bought that stuff from Infinite Cable. I didn't like it, but some people do. But yeah, I mean, this is primarily what I'm going to use, vertical cable from now on. It makes it, I love it. I mean, it's a great feeling cable, and the colors are awesome. I think 20 is the soft limit. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, 20, I mean, I couldn't see more than 20 on the UDM Pro. I just bought an Amada router, access point, and cloud controller, but have a switch from D-Link. Is this bad? I mean, it's not bad. You just need to make sure it's managed if you want to span or trunk a bunch of VLANs over it. I would make you just need to look at the D-Link specs and if it's a managed switch, and you can, or you're only going to be able to send one VLAN to it. You were almost in the same business. I do networking and MSP, so that's why I sub, because of the content. Keep going. Oh, appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, I don't really do MSP stuff, so I don't like. I don't know. I don't even really know how MSPs work. I guess it's, you know, they're managing the client's networks, computers, all that. I configure the network and then I'm out of there. And I mean, if they need upgrades in the future, we'll still service them, but I'm not looking after their day to day. I'm not doing antivirus for them. That's just something I don't want to do. I pronounced the name very well. Perfect. I sent you the problem by email. Okay, awesome. I think, okay, yeah, I see that. Awesome. I'll take a look. So let's see what I was going to talk about. So we already talked about talked about that. This is an access point I'm waiting for. I should be getting it this week, I hope. So this is Wi-Fi 6, 344 bucks. Expensive. I'm hoping it's worth it. We'll see. So I bought that. I got the Netgear switch in. Oops. So I got that in the other, whoops, there's so much crap on that side. The Netgear 8-port switch. I think it's just a gigabit switch. PoE plus Insight management. So this is going to be kind of like Unifi, but I think there's a subscription that you have to pay for this stuff. Going to watch Bob's Burger. Awesome. Have a good Friday night. So I won't be able to make VLANs, for example, not Wi-Fi. Yeah, maybe not. It depends. If it's a managed switch, you'll be able to make VLANs or tag the ports. If it's a non-managed switch, you won't be able to do that. Have you ever used Fortinet? No, I haven't. No. The new Unifi GUI sucks. I haven't even looked at it. I mean, I saw the 1.9, but I didn't. I always go to Classic, right? What's the latest stable Unifi controller? Well, by Ubiquity. So you go to community. They say, so their official stable is 6.170. If it is or not, I have no idea. I just installed it today and I haven't been home at all to do any testing with it. Actually, that's only for the UDMs. So let's take a look at Unifi firmware. Let's see, what do they have? Yeah, so the latest stable is 6.0.45. Where was I? Alonzo, how's it going? No problem being late. It's all good. Unifi controller 6.17 is missing a ton of stuff everywhere. If you go to the classic, it shouldn't be missing things. I never use the other controller, the new controller. I always go to classic for pretty much everything besides threat management. Don't like subscriptions. Yes, I do. I don't, but I think with this Insight stuff, I think it comes with a free year. Netgear Insight. Yeah, so 1 year of Insight subscription now included with select models. And I believe I bought the models that come with a year, because realistically with this, what I'll be doing a video of it, I'll be setting it up, or I'll be doing a few videos, and then it will just sit there. So, I mean, do I care after the year? Probably not. I have an Apple TV and IoT VLAN and iPhone in my private VLAN to control it, but I can't control the volume anymore. All the other stuff, I use UDM Pro. Any idea? Do you have MDNS checked off or enabled? Everything is in threat management for firewall rules. So when I'm doing my firewall rules, I still do that in classic. And then if I look at threat management, I do that in the new controller. Steven, how's it going? Finally managed to get a few U6 LRs. Congrats, you're gonna like them. I think they're awesome. I mean, they're great access points. 6.17 is a release candidate. Well, I probably shouldn't have released that video then about it today, but the thing is, I mean, I didn't really go into too much depth. I didn't even show the controller, to be honest. But when they're release, so we're not really allowed to release anything it should be general release, but Unifi Dream Machine 1.92 is in official release and it's in general. So I'm going to, we're going to talk about it. You love the new controller. Okay. So some people like it, some people don't. The subscription model is not a good way to compete with Unifi. I agree. What is the cost of the year? I have that's the thing. I haven't looked into it yet because I don't have everything yet. Let's see. What the heck? Okay, so we're under subscriptions. I bet you they're not going to tell us here. So new to Insight, so we could create. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's not a lot of money, right? Unlimited. Okay, so it's $9.99 per device. That would probably be American. Unlimited Netgear device registration, multi-site. I mean, that's not terrible. Oh, or you get 22 and you get a multi-tenancy, ability to assign users, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. We'll probably end up having this one, I think. Simon, how's it going? I'm doing well, thank you. Hoping for Wi-Fi 6 update to the UDM. Yeah, they probably will, or they will. In Insight, I got a notification for a rogue detected and gave me a MAC address, but it didn't know what to do with the notifications. Thoughts? Are you? Oh, so with are you talking about Unifi? Or are you talking about Netgear Insight? It's probably an access point if you don't have it. Or look up the MAC address. Do a reverse MAC address lookup and see who's the vendor. Typically, I see that when I'm plugging in a bunch of access points, and the access point isn't in my controller. When I'm streaming live TV from my Plex server on my secure LAN and IoT, it is frequently buffered, but it's the same. I mean, it may fix it. The problem with the layer 3 stuff right now, it's still in alpha. So take that as, take it. I doubt it would help you. Let's just put it that way. I am thinking about hooking or putting Plex on my Synology. I've never used Plex before. I hear everybody talk about it. So maybe I could look into that for you because I do have layer 3 switching. Have you ever used point-to-point Wi-Fi? Like a mesh network, maybe? Are you talking about? Hello, I have a quick question. We are lucky to have Google Fiber, and I have a static IP along with that for WAN. It will be DHCP, but also, okay. You'll have a /28. Can I have port 1 and port 2 assign those? Are you talking about for like the UDM Pro? I don't know if you can, and I haven't tested out their multi-WAN stuff. If you want a good video on the multi-WAN, I think Willie Howe has one. I struggled with the new controller layout, trying to get rid of the Bell Home Hub. Last weekend, I bet I turned it off and on 100. Yeah, the Bell Home Hub, I still have it in, it's not even in bridge mode, and I need to get into that. Hi Cody, my USW Pro 24 is around 52 Celsius. Should I be concerned? I don't think so. Let me pull up my UDM. Give me a sec here, guys. Ah, crap. Wrong password. I just want to make sure I don't expose anything online. Oops, there we go. I'm just gonna check it to see what mine's running at. Mine is in a cold cellar, but it still should be pretty warm in there. We've had a few warm days. Site says, yeah, I think you'd be okay. Let me check. Pro 24. That's the same switch I have. I'm at 40 Celsius. I'm at 40 right now. I still wouldn't be concerned about it. I mean, if it blows up, it blows up. I doubt it will though. Like I'm at 40 in a cold cellar, so I don't know how right these specs are for the -5 to 40. Oh yeah, I did say hello, Steven. How's it going? Rack fans are on in my basement. Ooh. Are they like pancaked on top of each other, like your switches and stuff? Kind of like this. Where the heck is it? Where is my rack? Like that. If they are pancaked like this, you might want to put in like some spacing between the switches for better airflow. For me, these patch panels, I mean, there's nothing behind these patch panels, right? So I have a lot of airflow going between my switches. Do you know what happened with the content filtering on the UDM Pro? How can I block a domain or custom website? Is there a way to do it? I haven't actually blocked anything. I'm just taking a look. Why is the new interface? I'm just looking at the UDM Pro on the side here. I'm not going to pull it up because I don't know what they switched. I don't want to expose. Can I show you guys this? I think I can. Okay. Okay, so here's the new dashboard. I mean, it's not new. This has been in 1.9 and maybe a little bit before, but this is where content filtering is, right? So under networks, we have our networks here. Say we go to the Ingenious network. We click on edit. And here we could do the content filtering, work or family. I mean, there's nothing really else you could do it. I don't know where you go. I don't know where you, oh, you could specify your internet source. So it could go to, oh shoot, that's what I shouldn't, okay. I showed some IPs, but that's good. That's my other internet provider. But I don't know where you go to whitelist. I don't know if you guys know where to go to to block out stuff. Where was I? Okay. Hi Cody, I'm running the Unifi controller on Ubuntu server. Do you know when can be updated this? I'm not too sure. You probably, let's see. Unifi firmware. See, and that's why I don't show things off on live equipment. I'm really glad that was my block of IPs that aren't used there, my demo lab. So where's the Debian one? I think you could update to 6.0.45. I'm not too sure when they're going to push out the newest one to that though. Amada also has a cloud paid subscription with extra features, but oh really? I didn't know that. I don't know why the TP-Link guys wouldn't have told me that. I didn't plug in any access point or anything. I was live streaming, so I'm scared. Oh, I think you're fine. The rogue access point would be if somebody's on your network, right? Plugging in. Hopefully getting the R6LR soon. I mean, hopefully they come out with a couple more, right? It just released again in Canada and it sold out within 10 minutes. So I mean, point-to-point Wi-Fi like CP. Let me take a look. I haven't used TP-Link stuff, but I just did a project that. Oh, actually, I don't think I show it here. I just did a project at a farm. Where the heck is it? So it was Ubiquiti point to multi-point setup, which you could check out that video if you want. It's not actually on the farm, but it's showing how to set it up. Where were we now? Could you test Wi-Fi 6 Lite with Wi-Fi 5 devices which don't support Wi-Fi 6? Yes, I can, and I could tell you they work. Curtis, how's it going for the Caribbean? That's awesome. Must be nice and warm down there. Have some IoT devices not showing in the client tab. You mentioned MDNS enable not. Can you point where? Well, I'm not going to show my controller again. If you're in the classic mode, this is I really need to get my my lab up so you guys could see that. But if you're in the classic mode, it's under settings and then services, and then under the services it will be MDNS. If you're in the beta version, let's see here. In the beta, they have a toggle, or I think they have a search. Yeah, so they have a search settings. All you do is type MDNS and it will come up. Pancaked with just the UDM. I mean, I probably wouldn't worry about it. Maybe go physically touch it and see if it's actually hot. It could be the heat or the sensor, the temperature sensor. Getting rid of the Home Hub 3000 is easy just for internet, but I have 1 gig up and down and the UDM Pro won't negotiate. Okay. So you lose. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I know you have to have multiple VLANs if you're using, you know, the video or voice. Yo, what's going on? Hi. Josh, how's it going? Actually, Josh was the one who told me that U6 LRs became available again in Canada. And yeah, literally sold out, I don't know, 10 minutes later. Marcus, how's it going? Okay, so talked about that. How long I've been going? I've almost been going an hour, so we'll turn that. Okay, so we're getting this. This should be cool. Hopefully it's a cool new interface to look at. This is the Netgear Insight Managed VPN business router that I'll be getting whenever it arrives in the mail. I think it's supposed to be here Tuesday. What else? This was the Cat 5e, which is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people ask me why I install Cat 5e. Well, I do it based off the specs of the customer. If the customer wants Cat 5e, I'll say you should go with Cat 6. If they insist on Cat 5e, I'm not pushing them. Whatever, it's cheaper cost for me, and it's what the customer wants. That's the only reason I do it. Also, I took my daughter for a walk today. So that's her in her new little backpack. We're trying to get her outside. It's a little cold today, but she seemed to like it. You could use a demo controller. That's true. I never thought about using the demo controller. I'll think about that for next live stream. And what about the speeds with Wi-Fi devices? Well, I'll have to check that for you. So I'm gonna do a couple more videos, like comparison videos, and I think Wi-Fi 5 connecting to the Wi-Fi 6 APs should be one of those videos. Is the update fixing this? I don't think so. I read through the update notes, but I didn't see any fix for that. Wi-Fi 5 devices work well. I mean, yeah, the Wi-Fi 6, the only Wi-Fi 6 device I have here is my iPhone, right? Everything else is Wi-Fi 5 and it works fine. My TVs, everything's connected to it. I live in a hotel and when using my own router, I get double NAT. I was wondering if you have any tips. I don't have control. If you don't have control, there's really not much you could do, unfortunately. Did you start the job with the aggregation switches yet? I'm trying to, no. Yes, I did. I'm going back there tomorrow. Actually, I think Luke was in chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but this is what so this will be the ag switches. Well, this is one of the jobs, right? I have a couple jobs that I'm doing ag switches with. So this is the old, well, this is the new aggregation switch, and this is the 16 port model one. Yeah, I mean, he only has a couple devices that are 10 gig, but he has all the gear, so we just racked it anyway. I'm also doing another job where we have multiple aggregation switches, and they're kind of used as their distribution switches. So that will be pretty cool. I may do a video on that. Will you be doing one on Sunday? Yes, I will be doing one on Sunday, live stream. Can you try to connect a Cisco Catalyst 8-port to UDM Pro? Let me look at the model. I don't really have any Cisco devices anymore. And I think this is an old model, is it not? Oh, is that the newer model? Oh, it is. How much are those? I don't think so. I'm not going to pay $500 for a switch. I mean, it will work, right? You just need to make sure all the settings are correct on both sides. I don't have any Wi-Fi devices at all, but the U6 handles it great. I feel like my Wi-Fi 5 device speeds. Yeah, and it's possible, right? Did you change the channel width on your U6LR? I have updated my UDM Pro to 1.9. I made my first quotation for a client in Unifi. Hope you will give it a go. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, these, I mean, I think Tom Lawrence, he did a review on this, or I think it was these switches. They seem okay. I used to be big into Cisco. I was CCNP, and then I kind of just grew out of it. I guess I started doing a lot of Cisco server stuff or UCS stuff, and then, I mean, I haven't really looked at any Cisco stuff lately. I did a few videos on Cisco, or of connecting Cisco to Unifi. So right here, adding a Cisco switch to Unifi, but this was an older layer 3 switch. So it was a 3750 layer 3 switch, and this was doing it through the command line. I think these new switches are all through a GUI. Okay, Luke is still here. Perfect. What width do you suggest putting the U6 Lite? I would put the 5 gigahertz to 80 if you HE80. If you don't have a lot of interference around you, I would put it to HE80. I've used Cisco and Buffalo switches with the UDM Pro. Buffalo. I've never even heard of that before. Buffalo switches. $10 gig switches. See what I need a multi-gig switch. Where the heck? But I mean, I don't like unmanaged switches now, or I don't use unmanaged anywhere. I think my AC channel wasn't as wide as what the U6LR is. So the U6LR could have up to 160, just have more radios in it, right? Do you leave? Not really. So I'll show you guys what I do. I mean, heat is a big thing you want to be cautious of, right? Let me just see. I mean, another thing, if you ever work in a data center environment, what you're going to see, you would never see, like, just picture this as one of those big, I think they're what, 42 U's racks? Think of this as that, right? So you would never see open gaps like this. What they would do is put blanking panels in front of it. I don't know if Amazon would have it. Network rack, blanking panel. Let's see. Yeah, it's like something like this. So if you have any gaps in between your switches, put it in blanking panel, and that will help with the airflow. But typically this is what I do for most of my installs. I'll do patch panel switch, patch panel UDM, or whatever other vendor you're using, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be UDM. It could be pfSense, Netgate, whatever. Oh my God. I'm interested in flow control settings, having 1.2 gigabit coming into my UDM, 10 gig to a 24, then to other switches on it. Wondering if the egg switch in between all that will fix it. I'm not too sure because I only have a 1 gig connection coming into my house. I think eventually or soon we're going to be able to upgrade, and I might do that. In home use, it really depends, right? If I, like, you could see my stuff is completely stacked up, right? You probably should. It doesn't, the problem is it doesn't look as clean. But do you really care if your equipment's not working, how clean it looks? But really, if you're looking at this here, there is a gap. So we have a patch panel, and behind it, it's nothing. And then it's switch, patch panel, switch. And this little surge protector, it's only, that big. It's not that deep. And then in between here, I have a gap, which I could have filled, but I didn't. $42 or $46 U. Yeah, so that it would be, I think they are, I thought they were 42. No, I haven't grounded my rack, no. I hope this PDU has a surge protector. Yeah, it does. Yep. People kept asking me about a UPS as well. I probably not going to put a UPS on my system. I was thinking about it, but the prices were, well, I mean, that's not that bad. $255. If I did the, no, that's not a UPS. That's an RPS. I was going to say the Unifi one, but that's just an RPS, not UPS. What software do you use to capture your screen and camera for live videos? It is XSplit. So I pay for this. They may have a free version somewhere. I don't know. So I pay for this. A lot of people use OBS. It's a free open source. I think it's open source software. You would use it. I just don't know how to, and I haven't had the time to learn it. So I've never done it, but it works pretty well. I think it's the same way as how XSplit works. You don't need Surge if you have UPS. Well, I don't have a UPS right now, so that's why I have Surge. I have a 650 APC. I mean, so the thing is, if my power dies, I don't really care if all my network gear goes out. I mean, it would suck being offline for a little bit, but other than that, whatever. I'd probably want to Surge over a regular PDU for sure. OBS for UDM 24 port switch. Okay, nice. I mean, I don't know. If I really want to throw something into my rack, maybe I'll get one of these. There's only 6 ports though. And that's another thing I was looking at. Because I think the StarTech, hold on a sec. StarTech PDU. I think it only has 6 ports in it. Oh, I forget which one I have. Is it this? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got 8 ports, and I don't think that's going to be enough to cover all the gear. So I might have to get something else. But for the video, when I'm doing the rack, we'll build the rack, we'll install it, I'm probably not going to re-terminate and cable. I'll probably just move things over. But yeah, I probably won't have a new one of these. I'm planning on doing the rack cut over this week at some time. Oh, it lasts 45 minutes. That's pretty good. I mean, if you were working and you had sensitive information, if your power went down and you didn't have time to save it, I mean, I could see that as a good reason to have a UPS. I mean, worst came to worst for me, my laptop's pretty well always charged. For me, I'd just jump on my laptop. But at that point, if I have no power, I have no internet. Unless my internet is plugged into the UPS. Do you recommend Ubiquiti for mid-size agencies, 50 to 100? So I would recommend Ubiquiti for switching and access points. I would recommend pfSense for the routing. Streamlab is mainly optimized for Twitch. Yeah, I mean, this is as well. Like this software that I use, it was really meant for gaming Twitch, right? I've just used it for so long that I'm comfortable with it, and I don't mind paying $20 for 3 months or whatever it is. They say don't, but you can plug the PDU into the UPS. Okay, makes sense. I would highly recommend a UPS for your desktop. Saved me a few times. And I probably should, because if this computer goes down, I mean, I'm in trouble. I can't record any videos. That's the main thing. I can't record any videos. If I needed to do work, I could do it on my laptop. One terabyte external hard drive would be better storage or core CPU. I'm not too sure. So let's see what else. Okay. I think that's what I want to show. The cat in the backpack. We've seen that. What else? TikTok. So I'm going to be doing some more ingenious stuff. I know the videos, like anything other than Unifi, doesn't do nearly as well. And I know that. Like this video doesn't even have 1,000 views for the new ingenious Wi-Fi 6. But they're going to be sending me, I think, this cloud managed Wi-Fi 6 2x2 outdoor access point. So looks pretty cool. It will be interesting to test it. And I will run a cable and I'll put this outside in my backyard. And then we will be getting this cloud managed gigabit 55 watt 8-port switch to go along with it. So we'll do some other reviews on the ingenious stuff. I mean, I don't mind ingenious. There's just a few things I don't like about it. Like I couldn't get the access point into the Sky key, which I found kind of weird. I'm not super familiar with ingenious, so maybe I was doing something wrong. Just trying to find if I had anything else I was talking about. Nope, that's pretty much it. Do you use yeah, I don't really talk about that just because YouTube makes their money off ads. But I do use Pihole. Can you make a video on how to use 2 routers with the UDM Pro and an Edge router? Can you make a video on how to use 2 routers with UDM? You mean like the UDM behind the Edge router or vice versa? Or I would recommend. William, I'm not too sure what you're asking. Maybe I missed your original question. Where was this? Chris did I saw Chris's video on it. I know it's not a new access point. I'll do it a little differently. I'll bring mine outside. I think he did his inside, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I mean, it looks like a decent access point. We're just going to have to see how far the reach is on it, right? I think he did a video on this access point as well. I mean, I probably won't do a comparison, but what I will do a comparison about will be the Netgear Wi-Fi 6, Unifi Wi-Fi 6, Ingenious. Is that it? Is that all the Wi-Fi 6 things I have? Oh, and TP-Link. I could also throw in the AX1000 or 11,000. I mean, I could test that, right? It's blocking. So I have this I've only done the one video on it. It's just sitting in my closet collecting dust. Maybe I'll include this in the Wi-Fi 6 testing, you know, versus video to see what's better, a consumer gaming router or like Ingenious or Unifi or all that. I think that would be kind of interesting to add. Max, yeah, I might be able to do it. Yeah, we could see. Do you have confidence in TP-Link, Amada? So the OC200, the R604, I haven't used that. Let's see what the R604 is. I forget which one I have. TP-Link. Oh, that's the save stream. Yeah, that one's end of life, so I wouldn't have confidence in that unless there's a different one. That one's end of life, so I wouldn't go with that. EAP 225. Let's see. Yeah, this one's not bad. I think I have one of these. I think I've done a video on it and it worked pretty well. So the TP-Link stuff works well, and it's if you're looking to save some money, that's where it comes in. They are lacking a few features, but for most homes, you probably wouldn't need those features anyway. Do you only sell Ubiquiti products to clients? No, I mean I would sell pfSense, TP-Link. Pretty much, we work with their budget and see what we could give them for the best price point. I prefer using Unifi switches and access points. Oh, TP-Link router. Well, so what I'm going to be doing for the Wi-Fi 6 stuff, it's just going to be access points that I'm going to be testing between. So I'll be texting between TP-Link, Ingenious, Netgear, the AX, the Azus thing, and a couple others. My mind, I can't think right now. But every single Wi-Fi 6 access point I have, we're going to do a test between them. Do you have the TP-Link Archer CS? I don't think so. No, I don't. I could tell you I don't have that. Let's see if I've ever done one on it. No, I don't have that. Do you know of any PoE doorbells that work with Unifi? The only doorbell or only camera that work with Unifi is Unifi, right? If you're trying to bring it into Protect, I mean. They have a new Amada. Oh, is it ER605? Let me see. I forget which one I have. Is that the one I have? This isn't the one I have. Where is it? One sec, I'll check. Hold on. Oh. I have the TLR65. I'll have to look into this one, see what the difference is. Yeah, Unifi is good. I mean, they have their issues like every other hardware brand. I think they kind of push out firmware updates a little too quick without doing proper testing sometimes. But I mean, you're not really going to know if something's broken until you push it to the mass population, right? But I'm probably going to end up winding this down soon. If you guys have any last questions, let me know. We will be live again on Sunday, I think Sunday at 11 a.m. I do have to do other like VPN videos on this as well. I did get another TP-Link access point. Okay. Which I'll probably do a review on it. So it's that one. It's the AC1200 wireless multi-user MIMO, gigabit indoor outdoor. So I'll end up running a cable outside for this and then testing it outdoor. What's going on? Cajoling Tech. If you guys haven't seen his channel, I would highly suggest going over there. It's great content. I'm just winding down my stream. Typically, I don't stream this late. I'm usually in bed at this time. I know, old man, it's like what time? 7 o'clock? It's only 7:18. Wow. Dry Tech has a 400 limit. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for the updates. I mean, I need to switch this picture. This was somebody, I forget, I think it was Reginald. Somebody commented on this. This is an old setup of mine. When I first started doing YouTube, the backboard is just bookshelves. That's all it was. I couldn't find any wood, so I just slammed that in there. There's no blank keystones. The tag is still, can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. The tag is still over the UDM Pro. This was the Lorex systems that I tested. It worked pretty well, but I probably should switch pin. Which one should I pin? This one. Oh, I got a Lawrence System shirt as well. I don't really like my face in that picture, so I'm not going to show it off, but I'm going to end up pinning this one because that install looks a little cleaner. I just love the blanking panels. Or blanking keystones. Where am I? Okay, so got the Unifi 24 PoE doorbell in the wall light ordered today. Awesome. See you later. Take care, SPX. Have a good weekend. All right, guys. Well, I think, Cody, you go to bed at 7. I usually am watching like Netflix or something like that. I go to bed pretty early. I'm up around 4:30, between 4:30 and 5:30 every morning. I go to the gym and then yeah, I go on my computer and then I do some work or I go to job sites. I do go to bed pretty early. But apparently dinner is ready, so I am getting off now. But I will talk to you guys later. See some of you Sunday. Luke, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.-ish. Lewis, hi from... I'll say this one last question and then that's it. Hi from Costa Rica. Question, my internet connection is dropping. If I ping the server, it does work and the video streaming too. Just websites, broadcast storm. Ping out to Google or something like that. And if you see drops, like if you go ping google.ca, and then if you see drops, you may have packet loss. I would reach out to your, do a consistent ping, -T. You may have packet loss, reach out to your internet provider. But on that, everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you Sunday. And have a good